Imagine the moment when the person you love says they are leaving. It feels like the world is crumbling around you. Heartbreak is often depicted as an earthquake of the soul. The individual who was once the very heart of your world is now a fading star, leaving a seemingly unfillable void. It's like one day you're basking in sunny joy, and the next, you're caught in a downpour of loneliness as your loved one chooses a different path. This overwhelming despair can feel like a relentless wave dragging you under. The injustice of it all feels suffocating. You're left asking, why me? Why now? You begin to question your self-worth, your decisions, even existence. The harsh reality of being the one left seems incredibly unfair. But let's consider the flip side. The one who chooses to leave also faces their own trials. While they may not undergo the same crushing feeling of loss immediately, they too are robbed of the chance to experience the healing process that comes with grieving. They may harbour guilt for the sorrow they've caused and regret for the path they've chosen. They too grapple with a sense of loss, the loss of a shared past and a future that will no longer be. You're the one tasked with the painful job of picking up the shattered pieces. You have to mend your broken heart alone without the person who pledged to stand by you. It's a cold irony. One moment you're floating in love, visualizing a shared future, and the next you're free falling into a pit of loneliness and despair. The words, "I love you, but I'm not in love with you," echo in your mind, a haunting reminder of your loss. But remember, feeling this despair, this hopelessness, is not just normal, but a necessary part of healing. You're allowed to grieve, to mourn the loss of a love that was your world. You're allowed to feel the pain. Remember, it's okay to feel this way. It's a part of the healing process. My name is Nick, and this is The Love Fix. If you're dealing with a personal breakup and you need my help, tap the link in the description below to book your one-to-one breakup coaching session with me. Okay, let's get into the advantages of the dumpy. Just before we do get into it, my book, Breaking Up With Your Breakup, A Counterintuitive Remedy to Heartbreak, is coming out very soon. I've received the first copy and I'm just going through it for quality purposes. It will be available on paperback and ebook on Amazon very soon. So keep an eye out on the channel, my Facebook group, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, let's get to it. Advantage 1 for the dumpy: time and self-reflection. The first advantage you have as the dumpy is a gift of self-reflection. Now, this might not initially appear to be a gift, but believe me, it is. In the serene aftermath of a breakup, you are given an opportunity that few people sincerely seize. The chance to look inward, to dissect your past relationship, your actions, your responses, and yes, your values. On the other hand, the dumper often misses out on this chance for introspection and growth. They could be missing an essential opportunity for personal development by not developing, which often follows a breakup. Being the dumpy is not about attributing blame or ruminating on what ifs. It's about comprehending yourself and your needs on a deeper level. It's about spotting patterns, valuing your strengths, and recognizing areas you'd want to enhance. It's about using the pain to mold a brighter future, and as you reflect, you evolve. You become stronger and more resilient. You construct a clearer image of what you desire in a relationship and, equally crucial, what you can provide. While the dumper may continue in their own patterns unchallenged and unchanged, you are given an invaluable chance to grow stronger and wiser, to learn more about yourself. So, consider this breakup not as an end, but as an opportunity for growth. The second advantage the dumpy has is emotional resilience. It's not an easy feat to know. The heartache is real, the pain is tangible, but what if I told you it's all part of your growth? Yes, indeed, it's like going through a storm and coming out stronger, more resilient. Why? Because you've weathered it. You've withstood the harsh winds and pouring rain, and you're still standing. However, let's take a moment to look at the other side of the coin. The dumper, the one who initiates the breakup, faces their own set of challenges. While they may avoid the immediate emotional turmoil, they also miss out on the chance to build the same level of emotional resilience as the dumpy. Their journey might be less turbulent, but they don't weather the same. They don't get to experience the whirlwind of confusion or the downpour of tears. And unfortunately, they won't gather the same building blocks, the same stepping stones towards emotional resilience. Going through a breakup is no different. It's a storm of emotions, a whirlwind of confusion, and a downpour of tears. But each tear shed, each moment of pain is a building block, a stepping stone towards emotional resilience. It's the process of learning to cope, to survive, and then to thrive. It's about understanding that while you can't control what happens to you, you can control how you react, and that's emotional resilience. With every tear shed, you're becoming stronger and more resilient. But remember, it's a road that's less travelled for the dumper, who might not gain this valuable growth experience or emotional resilience. Advantage 3 for the dumpee, and this one might seem a little bit weird, but it's freedom. Yet, while there are benefits to being the one who's been dumped, there lies a flip side for the dumper. Sometimes the person who initiates the breakup doesn't get to experience the same freedom to explore new possibilities. In a relationship, both parties may have put their personal dreams and aspirations on hold. While it's not always a negative aspect, it can limit growth and potential. However, the post-breakup solo journey isn't as liberating for the dumper. They may feel restricted and unable to seek uncharted territories for their interests and desires. They may struggle with the guilt of hurting someone they once cared for, and this guilt can act as a roadblock, preventing them from picking up that guitar that's been gathering dust, or starting that cooking class they've always wanted to take. Embarking on solo trips around the world might not be as adventurous for them, as they would have to face inner demons alone. They may not find it easy to meet new people, build new relationships, or experience life from a fresh perspective. The breakup might not act as a catalyst, propelling them towards a life that's entirely their own. Redefining their identity independent of another person could prove to be more challenging for the dumper than the dumped. The freedom that's a valuable gift for the dumped can turn into a daunting task for the dumper, as they grapple with their emotions while trying to discover new passions and create a fulfilling life. The fourth advantage is the development of empathy. Heartbreak, as crushing as it can be, has an uncanny way of making us more empathetic. When we experience the pain of a breakup, we gain a deeper understanding of what it feels like to be hurt, to be left in despair. This newfound perspective doesn't just stay with us, it extends to others who are going through similar experiences. But what about the one who initiates the breakup, the dumper as it's often called? While it might seem easier, there are hidden disadvantages to this position. The dumper might escape the immediate pain, but they often miss out on developing the same level of empathy and understanding of others and their pain. Their experience is different, less of a heartbreak and more of a guilt and regret, often leading to a lack of profound understanding. So, what does this empathy cultivated by heartbreak do for us? It allows us to forge deeper, more meaningful connections with others. When we meet someone who's been through the same storm, we understand their pain, we feel their struggle. This shared experience can bond us in ways we never thought possible. More importantly, it makes us kinder, more patient, and more compassionate in relationships. We become less judgmental, more forgiving. We learn to love with understanding. And this, dear friends, is a truly beautiful advantage. Your heartbreak is not in vain. It's shaping you into a compassionate and understanding person. In contrast, those who dump may not gain this depth of empathy and understanding, a downside that's often overlooked by the dumper and the dumpee, who thinks the dumper doesn't feel anything in the breakup. The fifth and final advantage for the one who got heartbroken is a newfound appreciation for future relationships. However, this advantage might not be the same for the one who initiated the breakup, the dumper. You see, the heartbreak experienced by the dumped, painful as it was, has a silver lining. It's akin to the age-old saying, you don't know what you've lost until you've lost it. Well, the dumped person has been there, felt that loss, and learned the true value of love. In their next relationship, they'll find themselves cherishing every moment, every shared smile, every whispered word of affection, because they know what it's like to lose them. They'll understand the beauty of love on a deeper level and won't take it for granted. On the contrary, the dumper might not gain the same level of appreciation for future relationships, for they haven't experienced the same level of loss. They may fall into the trap of taking love for granted, not fully comprehending its true value. The heartache experienced by the dumped, it's not in vain. It's a stepping stone, leading them to a more profound, more appreciative kind of love. Therefore, don't view heartbreak as a setback, but rather as a setup for the love you're yet to discover. The love found in the future will be cherished more by the dumped because of what they've been through. But for the dumper, they may need to learn this appreciation in a different, perhaps harder way. Just because the dumper's doing the dumping, and just because it looks like they've moved on already, doesn't make it so. Sometimes it's nothing more than a reflex action to cope with the pain of your breakup, and this is where it can shift back to the dumpee. Now let's just take a small moment to reflect and absorb everything that you've just heard. There are many benefits to the dumpee when going through a breakup, and they may not be obvious, but I hope today's video has helped broaden your horizons with this. Following the aftermath of a romantic split, you naturally enter a state of introspection. This is your golden opportunity to delve into your inner core, acknowledging your strengths, flaws, and desires in a relationship. It is a distinct transformative phase, enabling you to evolve into your ideal self. And that's all I've got for today. My name is Nick, this has been The Love Fix, and once again, if you do need my help with your personal breakup situation, there is a link in the description below, and that will take you to my one-to-one coaching services, and I will do my best to help you get through this horrible time. As always, you are enough, you're going to be fine, and I will see you on the other side.